Hello Internet, so nice to see you. I got a comment on my video on negative harmony and it's an incredibly deep comment.
I have no idea what any of this means. I'm a guitarist, not a musician.
Fantastic point. Now, I don't know if the guy who was commenting meant that he does not want to become a musician and he just wants to be a guitar player, or if he meant that he just concentrates on guitar, doesn't care about music, or if he wants to become a musician. But I think making the distinction, it's incredibly important, you see, because there are something you're going to get better at if you think you're a guitar player. And there are other things you're going to become better at only if you think that you are a musician that happen to know how to make this instrument work. In the definition of Frank Zappa, by the way, Frank Zappa said, I'm a composer who can make a guitar work. What's the difference? And it's incredibly important you understand that, okay? A guitar player is somebody who can get this instrument make a sound, okay? No more, no less. A guitar player could be a great musician and know everything about music, how to compose, how to arrange, how to improvise, how to write for other instrument, or could be not. Could be just a person who knows how to play three chords, okay? And the person who can play those three chords and make them sound good can very well define himself as a guitar player, but can hardly define himself or herself as a musician. Okay? A musician is when you have other skills. Okay? What other skills? You should be at least able to either improvise or compose. It's not a question of exact mathematical definition, it's more of a question of mindset. A guitar player will do everything they can, okay, to learn more about how to play guitar. They will learn technique, they will learn phrasing, they will copy all the licks they can find on the internet until they can play them. They will learn different kind of rhythmics, okay, they will train their fingers, they will do all those things. And those are all good things. I'm not trying to advocate for one mindset over the other. I'm saying they're just different. A musician may do those things, but a musician will primarily think how they can make music, how the music will work when music will function in the ears of a listener, what kind of emotion we are transmitting or not, okay, what kind of impact the music has, how you can create music not limited to guitar. So it's a wider scope, but a less deep scope, okay, because you have to look over what the drum is doing, what the bass player is doing, what the keyboard player, what the singer is doing, what's the venue you're playing the music on, what's the style, the genre, the kind of listener, the situation, and a number of other things. Now the best thing, of course, is to be a little bit of both. That I would advocate for that, because for instance, that was a comment on my video on negative harmony. Negative harmony has nothing to do with guitar per se. It was not invented by a guitar player. It works on every instrument. It was developed by a music theorist who most likely played the piano, and then developed further by a saxophone player. So really, there's nothing to do specifically with guitar. So if you are a guitar player, you really don't care about negative harmony. There's nothing that you can learn there that could make you better at playing this, at playing. If you are a composer, on the other hand, or an improviser, negative harmony can offer a number of tools that you can use in your composition or improvisation and have a very specific emotional effect on the listener, because everything you play in negative harmony is the psychological opposite of what you were playing before. If you play a chord progression to the negative harmony, you get the opposite. If you play a melody to the negative harmony, you get the opposite psychological effect. Everything happy becomes sad. Everything optimistic becomes pessimistic, and vice versa, okay? Everything uplifting becomes depressing, and vice versa. That's something that musicians will go like, yeah, that's great, that's a great tool I can use, but a guitar player would be completely indifferent to a pure guitar player, because a guitar player would be more concerned about how do I play this lick. And again, remember, I'm not trying to advocate for one over the other, because you could want to be only a guitar player, you could want to be only a musician, you could want to be both. Or you could want to concentrate on being a guitar player for learning specific things and concentrate on being a musician for learning other specific things. The choice for me is that I want to be both. Okay, and of course, I cannot be as good a guitar player as I could be if I was only a guitar player, because I need to spend some time being a musician, and I cannot be as good as a musician I could be if I was not a guitar player, because I need to spend some time learning guitar. So you have only so much time and energy, okay, in your week, in your years, okay, and so you need to decide exactly how to allocate those two things. But thinking about this, making the distinction and deciding what to do, it's important. Now, if you're going away from this video thinking, blah, 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 you're just talking, Tommaso, you're not giving me anything, it's because you need to think about that. If you're going away and thinking, but you didn't even play anything, well, then you are a guitar player, okay, but you didn't even play anything on the guitar, you need to think about this stuff, guys, because you are the artist and you need to decide who you want to become, and it's not my job to tell you who you want to become. My job is to give you the tools to become what you want to become. And one tool is this: do you want to become a guitar player, a musician, or both, and in what proportion? And then you have to decide what proportion of time you want to use for one and the other. And that's the thing. You cannot be 100% a guitar player and 100% a musician, because you have only 100% of your time, okay? It could be 50-50, it could be 70-30, 30-70, 60-40, whatever, but you have only so much time, so you have to make a choice. Then, if you want some help to see what you can study, how you can get better, either as a guitar player or as a musician, by all means, shoot me an email, write it here in the comment. Always happy to give a consultation and see how I can help you or how I can direct you to other people who can help you. But first think for yourself, do you want to become a guitar player or a musician? And again, I'm not giving any judgment value. And any answer is good as long as that's the answer that you want, the answer that responds to who you want to become. This is Tommaso Zilli of MusicallyForGuitar.com, and until next time, enjoy!